anger over new COVID restrictions has led to protests.
Why are there so many useless extra people when robots are so much more smart? People are human, all too human. People just break my heart. I've got a shot that will solve all my problems. If only you'll roll up your sleeve.
Time to get your booster, everybody.
Someday you'll get it. The vaccine connection. Big Pharma, little Fauci and me.
Come on, Minnie, you gotta get your booster. No work, no food, no school for you.
It works on mice.
Who said that one day you'd all need an ID injected right under your
Booster
skin?
from a billionaire.
It's Rosemary's Baby.
That was my statement, and I'm sticking to it. Soon I will stick it right in. I've got a shot that will alter your genome. Get ready to go GMO.
Give us your butt cheek there, buddy.
Someday you'll get it.
The vaccine connection.
I like shot.
DARPA, Melinda, and me. All of you under our spell. You think we're doing good science. While you've been fast asleep, we've been real woke. Would you like to know what we've done? Step into my clinic. Your upgrade is ready. The transhuman age has
To figure
begun.
out a part of the DNA that you want to change.
I've got a shot that will make you compliant, sterile, and stupider too.
I want you to get the booster.
Someday
Come on, take the
you'll
booster.
get it.
Bend over, get the
The vaccine connection. Your body's my nanobots and me. All of us going to hell. Thank you for making it easy.
Hello, weary travelers. This is your daily Noonerino. Hopefully my volume isn't too jacked, and yeah, it's good to be back. Hey, that rhymed. Anyway, guys, hey, jumping back on that horse again, trying to do the things that we do as we do it. Pretty much gonna press on. Like I said, there's a larger part of the story involved with my particular life, but hey, I won't sweat the small shit, but at least I survived it. Anywho, that's hey, that's still a rhyming couplet, but you know, in the immortal words of all those that say it, I digress. Anyway, we are going to just jump right in, right after a message from nobody. Yeah, I'm not going to do the sponsored thing. Not until I find sponsors, but I digress once again. But, no, seriously, jumping back on my feet on the other side of the planet, and, well, not planet, but country, and here we are, doing it again. Hopefully this broadcast is somewhat okay. I'm still starting from scratch again, and I do apologize. Anyway, We hopefully will have Gematria Database joining us soon, and life is busy at the moment, and for good reason, which will be disclosed later. Those that know me know, but those that don't, well, hey, just hang on. Don't worry. Lots will be revealed. But that being said, let's hop on over to Rumble. Now, I'm going to have to go into studio mode here on my OBS just because I got to find which one is going to look at my left screen. It's that one there. Yes, it is. All right. And then I also have to make sure that I don't lose my audio track once I hit play on that. So just give me a second here. Crap. I might as well just share that anyway. Boom, bada bing, bong, bong, bing. Hey, we're going through some technical hurdles, so you just gotta, just chill the hell out. Don't worry. We're going to do the transition, and here we are. All right. Okay, so I'll move this off screen. I'm just not sure what channel this is going to pop in on, and if you're going to hear it or not. So just wait for it. Yeah, we're going to go do the old thing that we used to do, and that's go through the Rumble feed and see what kind of stuff we find in the Rumble feed. Because can't do Rumble on YouTube, but I can do Rumble on YouTube, and I don't care how much they try to censor me. I'll just keep coming back with more. If I have to, I'll go on Rumble. But I don't give a fuck about the flat earth. What's happened to all my favorites? Wow. It looks like there's a lot less flat earth space lies. Celebrate truth. Yeah, celebrate idiots. Let's see what else we got here. The rabbi from another planet. This is in my feed? Who the hell logged in? Alright. Let's go to some trusted bits. When was this? 14 days ago, 2 weeks. Wow, she hasn't had any new posts. How Health Canada is attacking natural supplements. Oh, well, this is right up my alley. Let's go check this out. Let's see what we got here. Now, I don't know if you're going to hear it or not, but, yeah.
Has been doing everything they can to try to keep us.
Sorry, guys. I'll back it up.
So for the past 3 years, the government, along with the help of media, has been doing everything they can to try to keep us safe. And I would just say, please stop trying to keep us safe. You are absolutely horrible at it. So you're so bad at it, we should fire you. But anyway, I'm sure you've heard about this. There are some changes to natural healthcare products now. Health Canada has amended the NHPR, Natural Health Product Regulation. There are 3 categories to that, which is cosmetics, natural health products, and non-prescription drugs. So prescription drugs, you can take as many prescription drugs as you like. They like that. That's what keeps the pharmaceutical companies happy. But non-prescription drugs, they're coming for that.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
What's happening is they're introducing, Health Canada is imposing new fees on natural health businesses that will drive many small and medium-sized ones out of business. Their products could quite possibly be gone. Health Canada is also imposing stricter regulations on natural products that will be costly to comply with. So if you're on a fixed income, these prices are going to go up. If you get your vitamins and what have you from a naturopath, it's going to be more expensive. And these, for natural healthcare products, these are natural products like herbs, tinctures, your vitamins, your supplements, your oils, things that actually are meant to keep you happy. They're coming for that. I mean, it is absolutely unreal. And the thing about it is, natural healthcare products, this is what limited knowledge that I know about it. The federal government does not have jurisdiction over healthcare products like this. But what happened is they snuck it in under the budget bill, and they put it under the Food and Drug Act. Sneaky as shit, right? So look it up. It's between section 500 and 501. So they snuck this thing in, and that's how they're sort of attacking and enforcing these new amendments. And so this is also, you know, your natural healthcare industry is being targeted, but it's also in conjunction with the censorship bill. So half the people don't even know what's going on. It's like how it is with COVID and all the other crap that's going on in the world. Because of all this censorship, nobody knows what's happening. You talk to your neighbor, they're absolutely clueless. They think everything's fine. So we're like beyond the point of having to keep sucking all this stuff up, right? So these censorship laws have to be repealed. And the thing about it is, I just want to remind people, when Brian Peckford launched that travel mandate lawsuit, what they did is they suspended the travel mandates. So then they were able to throw out the lawsuit. And so that's not what we want here. I mean, I commend him for doing that, but that's kind of not the result we want. We want this to be repealed. So these new regulations on the natural healthcare products, we want it to be repealed. We don't want it to be suspended. Okay, so they're under attack. I mean, it's vitamins. The government is going after your vitamins, or possibly you need a prescription for your vitamins. I think it's just absolutely absurd. So I would look up an organization called the NHPPA.org.
Yeah, it's total dog shit. Absolutely, it's dog shit.
And see what they're up to. This is spearheaded by Sean Buckley, who also spearheaded the NCI. So he's going to need your help. He's going to need our help. And so let's check out what he's doing, because he really wants to fight against this and make Parliament responsible. So that's great. I mean, we'll see what happens. You might have heard something about a thing called SOS, Save Our Supplements, which I just heard from a source that might be affiliated with Health Canada. So I'm not too sure about that, but I'll just put that warning out there about SOS. But in the meantime, boy, oh boy, coming after vitamins, coming after children, coming after your job, coming after your business. They just come after everything, don't they? Anyway, if you want to see what I'm up to, please go to anitakrishna.com and you can send me an email there. I think the mailing list thing does work now. I'd love to hear from you, especially if you're a business or a naturopath or somebody that was affected by all this nonsense. I want to hear your story. I want to tell your story. So go to anitakrishna.com and yeah. Talk to you later.
That was Anita Krishna, and I highly recommend you go check out her channel over on Rumble. I'm sure you can find her out on other platforms as well. She's a delightful soul. She's got a little bit of fire. She's pretty pissed off. If you don't know her background, she used to work for, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Global News, and she was a program director. And when she started to ask questions during the 2020 lockdowns, especially regarding the, the high baby death rate and what have you, then they started telling her to shut the F up and go be a good lass and not be so uppity. And well, she wasn't having it, because she also is a mother, and you get the rest. But I digress. Let's move on forward, see what else is in my, not so much my feed, because it's almost like my feed has been taken over by a whole bunch that I don't much care for. But like I said, that's Anita Krishna. Look her up. AK Straight Speaks is the name of her channel over on Rumble. But go check it out. I think it'll give you goose pimples. No. Alright, let's go see what else we got here. I want to see what the Salty Cracker says. I miss this guy. I haven't watched shit. If you guys don't know, I'm going to drip feed my recent past to you. I lived in the wilderness for a good period of time and had no access to my computer, nor my studio, nor anything. So here I pretty much was, aside from basic data transmission on my phone, I was limited to YouTube. Rumble would never come through because I didn't have a high enough bandwidth. I don't know what the problem is there. Maybe it's preference through several legislations. Like, I don't know. I'm not even going to say. But I digress. Once again, let's move on. Oh, about Jamie Foxx. I wonder if this has anything to do with Oprah Winfrey. Let's see. We'll have to press play and then we'll see.
Boom! What happened to this dude over here? It's Jamie Foxx. He's back and he's white now. This dude got so fucked up on climate change. I'm sure. Blame? We're still doing that stupid shit. Gonna blame climate change. Anyhow, he's white and he looks like he's lost half his weight, but as I'm sure has nothing to do with an experimental concoction forced upon him by Hollywood studios that protect kid fuckers and rapists. No, I'm sure has everything
Wow,
to do
this went
with
down
you
a
either
dark
being
tunnel.
a racist or some more of that stupid climate change. But anyway, here's what dude looked like before he got climate changed. He got
Oh, come on. All right, Salty Cracker. I do dig some of your commentary and your sarcastic approaches, but obviously you have no idea what contrast means. That's camera contrast and saturation values. Come on, buddy. I guarantee you, if I had the raw file of that, I could make it match the left. I could make the right match the left. Wait, I didn't mean that the way it sounded metaphorically. I meant it the way in terms of photography. Come on, man. Mind you, I do have to say that if I was to color match it, you might even look jaundiced on the right-hand side because you guys drive him fucking nuts. But anyway, go on, Salty.
fucked up. That dude got messed up. Now, in this, he's breaking his silence and he's saying, listen, thank God for my family. My family didn't let any information out, and because information wasn't able to get out, and because I wasn't speaking, some people, they made some conspiracy theories. Let's put it that way. They said I was blind. As you can see, I can see, and some other stuff.
He played Ray Charles. He play acted being blind. I'm not defending the guy, but Jesus, crying out loud, give Jamie Foxx a break. I have a feeling I have an understanding of Salty Cracker's take, and I think it's probably in favor of Jamie Foxx. So I don't know. This is my first time watching it. This is like a reaction video, so just chill the fuck out.
It has nothing to do with any of that. It has nothing to do with any of that. Whether you're paralyzed, whether you're blind, and listen, some of that stuff's temporary, by the way. When you have a massive stroke, when you have a massive blood clot going through your brain, sometimes you can be paralyzed for a little bit, sometimes you go blind for a little bit. So you coming out...
I lost the use of my right foot for about 6 months. I don't know if it was a blood clot or what, but that was about 7 years ago. I had to walk around with a cane like I was retarded. Like I had to walk with a cane. But I don't know. I take offense to those words because I resemble that remark. But
months and months and months later saying, no, look, everything's fine. Don't believe conspiracy theorists. None of that means anything to me. Here's what I want to know. Everybody was screaming that I have to show my vaccine status to get a hot dog, right? I'm talking about a good old-fashioned regular hot dog, not whatever the hell Obama and these dipshits like Mitt and Romney are eating. Code for kid, by the way. Anyhow, I had to show my vaccine passport to get inside an A's game. That I didn't because I'm not taking experimental injections to watch these fucking goofballs play sports ball. But that's the type of world that you idiots on the left-hand side set up. You forced this man in this industry into taking experimental concoctions in order for them to keep making their shitty, stupid movies. And so if it was fine last year to force little children to take an experimental concoction and then have to prove it in order to go to school, well, then I think it's time to start demanding when people get vaccine injured, well, you tell me your vaccine status. You were part of this machine that was trying to force experimental concoctions onto me. And now that we got a bunch of fucking people keeling over, having heart attacks, dying, myocarditis, paralysis, blood clots, all this other stuff that's going on, I think it's time we find out if you've been injected with some shit.
All right. So now he's gotten into the meat and potatoes behind his intro. And now I get what he's trying to say. This is not so much about Jamie Foxx being caught in a bad light. This is more about Jamie Foxx being caught in a bad light. You know, it's all about inflection. It's all about intonality. It's all about how you kind of, you know, roll with the punches. You know. Wait. Oh, that was Will Smith. That was Muhammad Ali. He was just Ray Charles. Right. That was Stevie Wonder. I apologize. Anyway, point I'm trying to make, though, is that I see where Salty Cracker's going with this. However, I'm not going to continue playing it. You got to go check him out. Go check him out on Rumble. I'm not here to replay all of what they say, but these are points of conjecture that we have to kind of consider. And although he may come off a little bit harsh and a little bit altruistic in certain ways, you should hear him out because he makes a lot of logical viewpoints. Let's go see what else is going on in my not so logical Rumble feed. Let's go find something funny. Oh, look, dogs and puppies. Yes. Truthers podcast, by the way, will resume this week. That's us. That's us right here. You see that? Yeah, okay. I guess you do. Right. Let's go check out dogs and puppies because everyone likes dogs and puppies. No, not live streams. Are you shitting me? Nothing. Wow. I've never been more disappointed. All right. Hollywood stars have a lot of trans kids. Well, I do like this guy's material, Awaken with JP. Let's go see what he has to say. Why not? Hey, Awaken with JP. Advertise me, motherfucker.
Now, some crazy people think Hollywood has a corrupt gender ideology agenda that they're pushing on America. That is completely ludicrous. But just so you know, here is the son of Megan Fox. She has a total of 3 trans kids. The son of Gwen Stefani, the daughter of Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt.
Hang on. Adjust its volume. It's like it's cranked to the max.
The son of Adele, the son of Charlize Theron, and the son of Naomi Watts. Welcome back to the JP Reacts channel, my beautiful freedom-loving friend, where we like to call out the lies, hypocrisy, and corruption of tyrants who run Hollywood, by the way. Shine the light of awareness on woke absurdities. Hello, Hollywood.
That, by the way, is no thing that we espouse to do here. There is no hypocrisy. We are just journalists. All right, fuck, there is a hypocrisy. But anyway, look, neither here nor there. We just try to make sure that we manage our numbers and we don't get singled out like most of us have. Shadow banned forever. Read between the lines. You influencers. Anyway, I digress. All right, let's go.
Hollywood and highlight the amazing work of other freedom fighters. All of them have left Hollywood. That's fun. It's come to my awareness that certain Hollywood stars, symbols of what you and I as peasant Americans should strive to be like, have a shockingly high percentage of transgender kids. Interesting. I'm sure it's just a coincidence. I'm sure there's no brainwashing by their Hollywood parents who are puppets of the establishment trying to get their kids to conform to an agenda that they feel pushed to conform them to. I'm sure that's not going on. This is just a coincidence. I mean, you are either a coincidence theorist or a conspiracy theorist. Please be a coincidence theorist. It's just easier. So taking a look at Defying the Odds, Megan Fox. These are her 3 sons, all dressed as girls. That's great. So 3 trans kids, 3 for 3. That's pretty good. I mean, odds are that's relatively impossible, but the reality is, of course, that's exactly what happened. Weird how it doesn't happen to non-Hollywood people. Okay. And then recently in the news, Charlize Theron. I don't know how to say her name, and I also don't care. Charlize Theron reveals daughter 7 is transgender. And here you can see Charlize Theron with her daughter, which is an adoptive boy. Yes, I thought she was a boy too. Interesting. Wonder why you would think that. The 43-year-old admitted, until she looked at me when she was 3 years old, well-developed brain at that age, and said, I am not a boy. Cool. Did he tell you anything else? Like, did he tell you Santa Claus is real? Like, it's great that you just believe everything your 3-year-old says. Believe all kids. Don't question them. Mommy, I want to jump in the pool, but you don't know how to swim. Yes, I do. Okay, get in the pool. Let me throw you in the deep end. I want to believe you. I believe everything you say because you are a 3-year-old. Let's get you a tattoo while we're at it. Get the sword out. We're going to really fix this up so I really affirm your beliefs. And near the bottom of the article, we have some interesting information that I'm sure is not relevant to this case of potential child abuse. Theron has been an LGBTQ activist for many years. Wow! I wonder if there is any correlation of her LGBTQ activism and, what do you know, my son is actually now a girl. Weird how that works. I'm sure there's no parental influence there. I'm sure her son just really deep down inside, God made a mistake, put him in the wrong body. But luckily the 3-year-old with his Einsteinian-like mind kind of cut through that equation and realized, no. The truth of the matter is I'm a girl. Let me solve cold fusion while I'm at it. So, would you consider this to be child abuse? Would you consider, steps that they may or may not take of getting some surgeons on the payroll? Would you consider that to be mutilation? And with this really alarmingly high amount of Hollywood stars, again, look up to them. You should be like them. Look how pretty they are. High amount of Hollywood stars with trans kids and this gender ideology agenda. Does it also make sense why Hollywood is so against the movie that calls out abuses of children? Sound of Freedom. Does it make sense why Hollywood actually owned the rights? Disney owned the rights to Sound of Freedom for 5 years, kept it on the shelf so nobody would see it. We can raise our children better.
Well, I'm going to go on a limb here and think that you guys are smart enough to realize where this conversation is going for the remaining minute and 20 seconds. However, I highly recommend you go and watch Awaken with JP. He's a good cat. He's come a long way, much like Russell Brand, like Joe Rogan, a few others that if they're towing a line, they're towing a line of truth, or at least a toe of interest into the things that we are all thinking, at the very least. Who knows who is working for who, with who. We have always seen issues of controlled opposition. These have been issues that the truth community always came up with back in 2014 and what have you. But at the end of the day, hey, you need to have a discerning mind. I'm going to end this podcast on a very funny note, and it will be my favorite bits from the X-Files, which I usually feature at the beginning of the Daily Noonerino podcast, but I'm going to feature it at the end. And before I go, I'm going to basically say right now, straight up, you guys know the truth. You feel the truth. And it's always noon somewhere. This has been your Daily Noonerino with Robert J. Morris. Don't go away. You're about to hear some Chris Carter truth. It's always good to have someone on the inside. But anyway, guys, here.
Tad O'Malley has been making claims.
Claims about what?
You and everyone you know has a piece of DNA in your genome. put there without your knowing it.
Put there by whom?
Well, that's the question of the day.
This is an internet lunatic. You're not saying you believe him.
Hold on, Agent Einstein. You're talking to a scientist.
Forgive me, Assistant Director. It may sound insensitive, but the suggestion is pure science fiction.
What I'm saying, Agent Einstein, is that the facts, as I understand them, cannot be discounted out of hand.
No one has the right or the ability to tamper with your DNA.
Unless we gave them that ability.
You say they're tampering with our DNA, that they're able to shut down our immune systems by the addition of something to our DNA.
Yes, but I don't know how exactly.
Or how it's being triggered.
I don't know that either.
Or why it's happening now. What can we possibly do?
We need to act quickly.
You were right about that.
Well, I was wrong about the science. I was wrong about what's causing it. Dead wrong, in fact.
But it's clearly a widespread failure of our immune systems.
Through gene tampering. A virus within a virus that was put there through the smallpox vaccine. It's what these men are calling the Spartan virus.
We have to figure this out. What's wrong with the science?
Okay. The Spartan virus removes the adenosine deaminase gene from your DNA. Remove the ADA gene and your immune system will simply vanish.
Yeah, but I'm not getting sick.
It's only a matter of time.
Okay. So how does it work? How does the virus remove the ADA gene?
A process called CRISPR-Cas.
CRISPR-Cas9. RNA and a protein cutting genes at exact locations.
Exactly. But in this instance, used as a weapon.
The ultimate weapon. The ability to depopulate the planet. To kill everyone but the chosen.
By tampering with their DNA.
Through gene editing.
Why do such a thing and lie about it? Our own government.
Your own government lies as a matter of course, as a matter of policy. The Tuskegee experiments on black men in the 30s, Henrietta Lacks.
What are they trying to do?
That's the missing piece.
But it's not hard to imagine. A government hiding, hoarding technology for 70 years at the expense of human life and the future of the planet. Driven not only by corporate greed, but a darker objective.
The takeover of America.
And then the world itself, by any means necessary, however violent, or cruel, or efficient. By severe drought, brought on by weather wars, conducted secretly using aerial contaminants and high-altitude electromagnetic waves. In a state of perpetual war. To create problem, reaction, solution scenarios to distract, enrage, and enslave American citizens at home. With tools like the Patriot Act and the National Defense Authorization Act, which abridge the Constitution in the name of national security. The militarization of police forces in cities across the U.S., the building of prison camps by the Federal Emergency Management Agency with no stated purpose. The corporate takeover of food and agriculture, pharmaceuticals and healthcare, even the military in clandestine agendas to fatten, dull, sicken, and control a populace already consumed by consumerism.
And I encourage you all to go shopping more.
A government that taps your phone, collects your data, and monitors your whereabouts with impunity. A government preparing to use that data against you when it strikes. And the final takeover begins.
The takeover of America.
By a well-oiled and well-armed multinational group of elites that will cull, kill, and subjugate.
Happening as we sit here.
It's happening all around us.
The other shoe waiting to drop.
It'll probably start on a Friday. The banks will announce a security action necessitating their computers to go offline all weekend.
Digital money will disappear.
They can just steal your money?
Followed by the detonation of strategic electromagnetic pulse bombs to knock out major grids.
What will seem like an attack on America by terrorists or Russia.
An invasion of the U.S.
The Russians tried it in '47.
Dave.
Who? Dave?
I can see you're really upset about this.
Dave?
Look, Dave.
Who is it?
I honestly think you ought to sit down calmly.
Dave's not here.
Take a stress pill and think things over, Dave.
Who? Dave?
Dave.
Who is it?
I know I've made some very poor decisions recently.
Who?
Dave.
Dave's not here.
But I can give you my complete assurance that my work will be back to normal.
Who is it?
Dave.
Who?
Dave.
Who?
I've still got the greatest enthusiasm and confidence in the mission, Dave.
Dave's not here.
And I want to help you.